on, guys? My name's David Hodges, future SVP with this amazing company called 5 Links. And right now I'm sitting with the man, Stan Richards. If you guys don't know who he is, take the time, do your research. This man has been honored by Steve Harvey with the 2013 Hoodie Awards. He's a multi-millionaire, and he's also the author of the book, From the Bus to the Bentley. So if you guys have not picked up a copy of that, make sure that you get a copy of this book because it's an awesome book. But I wanted to introduce you guys to him personally because a lot of you guys have seen some of my stuff on Facebook and, you know, on my blog and other places. But I wanted to actually formally introduce you to him. He's looking for young people like myself and like you to pour back into and show us how to be financially free. And so I can tell you, man, it's just been a blessing to even be around this guy, to even have the conversations that we have, and then, you know, get the wisdom that he pours into someone like myself, man. So, Stan, is there anything that you wanted to share?
Yeah, David, first of all, thanks for taking the time out to come to my home to spend some time with me. Hey, guys, my name is Stan Richards, author of the book, From the Bus to the Bentley, No More Limits. And I do want to share my story with you guys if you're listening to this right now. First of all, let me just say I'm excited to be working with this young champion who's going to be 25 years old in a couple of weeks. And it's just an honor to David to pour back into you, and I know you're going to pour back into your generation. And we're just going to have some amazing things happen over this next year, and I'm excited to be working with you. But I do want to share my story with you. I'm a native Washingtonian, grew up very humble beginnings in Washington, D.C. The projects of D.C., 7 kids in a 3-bedroom apartment on public assistance. And I remember my mom saying to me, Stan, I want you to do 3 things. I want you to finish school, get you a good government job, and get out this drug-infested neighborhood and buy you a nice house out in the suburbs. So as you can see, I did that. I graduated from Cardozo High School in 1981 in Washington, D.C. And I tell you guys, I talk about this in my book, share my life in this book. When I graduated in 1981, at best, I was reading on a 6th grade level. You know, back then, if you showed up and kept your mouth shut, they would give you a D, right? So I was really good at manipulating my way through school. Graduated from high school and went on from there and worked for Metro Transit for 18 years, which was a great job. I mean, back then, if you grew up in the inner city and you didn't go to college, I never considered college. I was always a D student. So, you know, you either drove the bus or you went on the police department or the post office. So I drove Metro buses right here in the District of Columbia in Maryland for 18 years, working 8 to faint. And in 2006, guys, I'll share with you briefly, the light came on for me. I was 44 years old. Today I'm 52. I was 44 years old, and I said, you know what? What is this thing called life all about? You know, here I was working 80 to 100 hours a week, 7 days a week to pay for this beautiful home. But the challenge was I didn't have any time. So I was looking for something else to do. I was looking for a plan B. And I got started in the industry that we're in now, which is the direct sales industry, a $167 billion industry. Got started in that industry, this industry here, and started to build this part-time. Been blessed to make millions of dollars over the last 8 years in this industry. Became a published author of the book, From the Bus to the Bentley. And then I went on from there, guys, to start my foundation, the richardsgroupfoundation.org. And one of the things that I'm doing, I'm excited about, is giving back to the inner city. So I actually started Project 1335 right in my old hood in Brentwood Village Apartments in Northeast Washington. And I'm teaching 11 kids every Monday how to see beyond their circumstances. I was blessed last August 2013 to be the Steve Harvey Best Community Leader. I won that award, you know, amongst thousands of people who went up for that award. I won it. And Ford and Steve Harvey actually gave my foundation $30,000. So get this, imagine someone giving you $30,000 and you get to go back into the inner city and just spend it all on the kids, and that's what it's all about.
Keep going.
So I'm excited because for me it's not about the money. You know, I'm looking to pour back into a lot of young adults who's in the age range of, 18 to 35. Okay, I want to pour back into your life, and that's what I'm doing with David Hodges. I'm actually working directly with him, because here's what I found to be true. 8 out of the 10 kids who's going to graduate this coming May out of college, 8 out of 10 will not find a job. The other 2 that find a job will probably work that job for 2 or 3 years and get laid off. Here's something that people don't want to talk about right today. College is not working. And don't get me wrong, okay? I'm not here to say don't go to college, because I'm teaching my 2 sons to go to college. They go to the best schools right now in the country, and I want them to go to college, but I'm teaching them to go to college to create jobs and not work them. So I believe that we're living in a time now where we're going to have to change the way we think. I call it the 21st century thinking. So my mom beat in my head to go to school, get a good job, and pay your bills on time. I'm sure, David's parents beat in his head, he'll be 25 in a couple of weeks, to go to school, get your degree, and get you a good job. Well, let me tell you guys, it's not working. We're living in a time now where you're going to have to go out and create your own wealth and create your own reality. I'm excited because I get to go back and pour into young champions like Mr. David Hodges, okay, to see beyond his circumstances. Okay, here's what I'm finding as I travel around the country. Most of our kids who's graduating from college, okay, they're not getting a job in their field. 60% are not even graduating, and they're back home on the sofa, on the couch, on their parents' sofa. Okay, we got to change that, and that's what I'm going to do. So, David, I'm excited, man. I'm looking forward to pouring into you. We have a vehicle here. We're going to talk about business ownership, the importance of owning a business in 2014, because there's tax advantages. Okay, we're going to talk about how to get your credit right. If you're coming out of school, most of our kids come out of college and have bad credit. That's a problem. So I'm excited to just be here today, David, and to pour back into you. And I know you're going to pour back into your generation, and we're going to make a difference in society, because my vision, and I talk about this in my book, and my goal over the next 5 years is to help develop 100 millionaires. And this young man right here will be one of those millionaires, Mr. David Hodges. So,
which by the way, I want you to know, that's probably the most important part to this whole video. I mean, everything else was really important, but a lot of the people in my generation need to know this thing. At the end of the day, they want to know where the money at. So when it comes down to it, I want them to know this thing is real. This is a real business, guys. This is a real opportunity. And if I've sent you a message ever on Facebook, or like wrote you or text you or whatever the case may be, I'm not just looking for anyone. I am looking for champions. I'm looking for people, some key players to do this business with. And I'm telling you, when I say this thing works, this thing works. If this isn't enough for you, I tell you, Stan will tell you, no, don't do that. He'll tell me don't do it.
Oh, this guy been in my garage.
Man, but this thing works. Let me show you. Stan and Sharice, right?
Yeah.
You guys can see the amount of money it is on the check, right? That's just part of the results, right? Because it's a results-based business. That's one check. Let me show y'all another check right here. See? Yeah.
David, this works in my garage.
This works, man.
Yeah.
So I just say all of that not to impress you, but I say it to impress upon you. If you guys are looking for an opportunity to seriously change your situation, it starts internally, because I can tell you $100,000, $1 million is all great and fine and dandy, but I can tell you the first thing that happens is an internal change. and you start to see God do some things in your life. So with that being said, man, thank you so much, Stan, for speaking. I appreciate it. Guys, this is just the beginning. We're going to keep coming and knocking on your doors. So prepare to answer to the call of the opportunity. Guys, thank you so much. And Stan, I will see you guys soon.
StanRichardsOnline.com.